historic or picturesque cricket stadium often boosts the mood and vibe of the players and viewers. Picking the 9 most beautiful cricket stadiums is a tough nut to crack given that there are so many iconic and mesmerizing cricket stadiums all around the world. Taking the scenic beauty, aesthetics, architecture, infrastructure, and history into account, here are the top 9 most beautiful cricket stadiums in the world. Number 9. The Dubai International Stadium, also known as the Dubai Sports City Cricket Stadium, is a multipurpose stadium in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. It is mainly used for cricket and is one of the 3 main cricket stadiums in the country, the other 2 being Sharjah Cricket Stadium in Sharjah and Sheikh Zayed Cricket Stadium in Abu Dhabi. It has seating capacity for 25,000 spectators, but is expandable to accommodate 30,000 spectators. It is a part of the Dubai Sports City in Dubai. The architect of this project was the Canadian architect, Awsum Matloob. The stadium was one of the dedicated venues for the 2021 ICC Men's T20 World Cup. It hosted semi-final 2 and the final on November 11, 2021 and November 14, 2021 respectively. The Dubai International Stadium is lit by a special system of floodlights named Ring of Fire. The 350 floodlights are fixed around the circumference of its round roof, thereby minimizing the shadows of objects in the ground and having no floodlight towers. The pitch conditions in Dubai for T20 cricket were significantly improved during IPL 2020, a fact borne out by the higher average T20 score in Dubai that was witnessed in that tournament by comparison to matches in the past. The first ODI cricket match played here was between Australia and Pakistan on April 22, 2009. It was won by Pakistan. The stadium's first player to take a 5-wicket haul was Shahid Afridi with 6/38, which was his career best figures at the time. The top score at this stadium is 302*, is held by Azhar Ali against West Indies in 2016. The stadium hosted its first test match when Pakistan played South Africa on 12–16 November 2010. The match resulted in a draw. Number 8. Hagley Oval is a cricket ground in Hagley Park in the central city of Christchurch, New Zealand. The first recorded match on the ground was in 1867, when Canterbury cricket team hosted Otago cricket team. Canterbury used the ground infrequently from then through until the 1920s, but hardly stopped during World War I. The first match in the Plunket Shield was played there in December 1907, when Canterbury played Auckland. Canterbury returned there in 1979, and played a number of their 1993–94 Shell Cup home matches at the ground. Cricket and rugby shared Lancaster Park from post-World War I until well into the 1990s. By that stage, the extended rugby season was encroaching onto cricket's traditional international window in February and March. As early as 1998, Canterbury Cricket recognised the need for a purpose-built cricket ground for international and provincial cricket, while rugby would move to Addington Showgrounds, a rectangular venue which would be rebuilt and enlarged with a minimum capacity of 18,000 and maximum capacity of 50,000 for test matches. A return to Hagley Oval was investigated, and in 2006 or 7, the Canterbury Cricket Association determined to prioritise it as its preferred venue. The Canterbury Cricket Trust was established and the Hagley Pavilion designs were developed by early 2011. However, this was forced by the 2010–11 earthquakes that damaged Lancaster Park. The first one-day international at the ground was played between Scotland and Canada during the 2014 Cricket World Cup qualifier on the 23rd of January 2014. The ground has also hosted 3 women's test matches and 6 women's ODIs. Number 7. Trent Bridge Cricket Ground is a cricket ground mostly used for test, one-day international and county cricket located in West Bridgford, Nottinghamshire, England, just across the River Trent from the city of Nottingham. Trent Bridge is also the headquarters of Nottinghamshire County Cricket Club. As well as international cricket and Nottinghamshire's home games, the ground has hosted the finals day of the 2020 Cup twice and will host the final of the One-Day Cup between 2020 and 2024. In 2009, the ground was used for the ICC World 2020 and hosted the semi-final between South Africa and Pakistan. The site takes its name from the nearby main bridge over the Trent, and it is also close to Meadow Lane and the City Ground, the football stadiums of Notts County and Nottingham Forest respectively. Trent Bridge is considered to be one of the most beautiful grounds in world cricket. Trent Bridge's pavilion, kept within the architectural parameters of its 1889 foundation, is thought of as one of the most renowned trademarks of cricket because it faces the wicket at an angle. Recent developments include the £7.2 million Radcliffe Road Cricket Centre, opened in 1998, and the state-of-the-art £1.9 million Fox Road Stand, which has received awards for its architectural excellence. The latter includes a modernistic aircraft wing roof and was opened in 2002 despite a conflict with a small group of local residents over the lack of sunlight that this would cause to their properties. In 2016, England broke the record for highest one-day international score when they made for 44-3 against Pakistan at the ground. They bettered this score on the same ground 2 years later when making for 81-6 against Australia. In ODIs, the leading run scorers here are Eoin Morgan, 471 runs, Alex Hales, 441 runs, and Jos Buttler, 439 runs. The leading wicket takers are James Anderson, 16 wickets, Stuart Broad, 14 wickets, and Waqar Younis, 12 wickets. Number 6. Eden Gardens is an international cricket stadium in Kolkata, India. Established in 1864, it is the oldest and second largest cricket stadium in India and third largest in the world. The stadium currently has a capacity of 68,000. It is operated by Cricket Association of Bengal and is the home ground of the Kolkata Knight Riders. It houses the headquarters of Cricket Association of Bengal. Eden Gardens is often referred to as home of Indian cricket and has also been described as cricket's answer to the Coliseum and called the Mecca of Indian cricket, due to it being the first purpose-built ground for the sport. Eden Gardens has hosted matches in major international competitions including the World Cup, World 2020 and Asia Cup. In 1987, Eden Gardens became the second stadium to host a World Cup final. The 2016 ICC World 2020 final was held at the stadium, with the West Indies beating England in a closely fought encounter. Eden Gardens witnessed a record crowd of 110,564 in the 1996 India vs Sri Lanka Cricket World Cup semi-final. The stadium's capacity was expanded to 100,000 from 40,000 for the 1987 World Cup. The expansion also included renovations to the press area. 42 columns were added to provide the support for large roofs and multi-tiered covered stands. Even after the renovation, not all seats were covered, and many sections lacked individual seats. Number 5. KIA Oval. Currently named for sponsorship reasons as the Kia Oval, is an international cricket ground in Kennington, located in the Borough of Lambeth, in South London. The Oval has been the home ground of Surrey County Cricket Club since it was opened in 1845. It was the first ground in England to host international Test cricket in September 1880. The final Test match of the English season is traditionally played there. In addition to cricket, the Oval has hosted a number of other historically significant sporting events. In 1870, it staged the first representative football match between England and Scotland, although this is not deemed to be an official international by FIFA. It hosted the first FA Cup final in 1872 as well as those between 1874 and 1892. In 1876, it held both the England vs Wales and England vs Scotland rugby international matches and, in 1877, rugby's first varsity match. It also hosted the finals of the 2004 and 2017 ICC Champions Trophy and the 2023 ICC World Test Championship final. The Oval is built on part of the former Kennington Common. Cricket matches were played on the Common throughout the early 18th century. The earliest recorded match was the London v Dartford match in June 1724. However, as the Common was also used regularly for public executions of those convicted at the Surrey Assizes, it was the South London equivalent of Tyburn. Cricket matches had moved away to the Artillery Ground by the 1740s. Kennington Common was eventually enclosed in the mid-19th century under a scheme sponsored by the royal family. In ODIs, the highest team score at the Oval is 398-5 by New Zealand against England on the 12th of June, 2015. The leading ODI run scorers are Eoin Morgan, 630 runs, Marcus Trescothick, 528 runs, and Joe Root, 480 runs. The leading ODI wicket takers are James Anderson, 30 wickets, and Darren Gough, 13 wickets. Number 4. Himachal Pradesh Cricket Association Stadium. Abbreviated as the HPCA Stadium, is an international cricket stadium in Dharamshala Hill Station of Himachal Pradesh, India. The stadium is the home ground of Himachal Pradesh Cricket Team, Himachal Pradesh Women's Cricket Team and headquarters of Himachal Pradesh Cricket Association, the governing body of cricket in the state of Himachal Pradesh. It hosted 5 matches of the 2023 Cricket World Cup, including New Zealand v India. However, the stadium was accused of having a bad outfield and players played with the potential risk of injury. On the 21st of July, 2015, the BCCI announced the names of the 8 cities which would be hosting matches during the 2016 ICC World 2020. Dharamshala was announced as one of the 8 venues for the event. On the 11th of December, 2015, ICC announced the fixtures of the event, where the HPCA Stadium was scheduled to host all the first-round Group A matches and a single Super 10 Group 2 match. Originally, the marquee India vs Pakistan match was scheduled to be hosted by this venue. Due to security concerns for the Pakistani team, the match was moved to Eden Gardens, Kolkata. Number 3. The Adelaide Oval is a stadium in Adelaide in the state of South Australia. It is located in the Parklands. The venue is predominantly used for cricket and Australian rules football, but has also played host to rugby league, rugby union, soccer, and tennis, as well as regularly being used to hold concerts. Established in 1871, the structures and grounds underwent significant redevelopment between 2012 and 2014. It has 3 grandstands, Riverbank Stand, Eastern Stand, and Western Stand, and is known for its heritage-listed scoreboard, which stands alongside a new digital scoreboard. Australia's first stadium hotel, named the Oval Hotel, opened in 2024. Adelaide Oval has been headquarters to the South Australian Cricket Association since 1871 and South Australian National Football League, SANFL, since 2014, and is managed by the Adelaide Oval Stadium Management Authority. Adelaide Oval has hosted the AFLW Grand Final 3 times since 2019. Its record crowd for cricket was 55,317 for the second Ashes Test on the 2nd of December 2017, and its record crowd for an Australian rules football match was 62,543 at the 1965 SANFL Grand Final between Port Adelaide and Sturt. In 2017, a concert by Adele attracted a record audience of 70,000. Number 2. The Melbourne Cricket Ground, MCG, is a sports stadium located in Yarra Park, Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. Founded and managed by the Melbourne Cricket Club, it is the largest stadium in the Southern Hemisphere, the 11th largest globally, and the 2nd largest cricket arena by capacity. The MCG is within walking distance of the Melbourne CBD and is served by Richmond and Jolimont railway stations, as well as the Route 70, 75 and 48 trams. It is adjacent to Melbourne Park and is an integral part of the Melbourne Sports and Entertainment Precinct. Since it was built in 1853, the MCG has undergone numerous renovations. It served as the main stadium for the 1956 Summer Olympics and the 2006 Commonwealth Games, as well as hosting 2 Cricket World Cup finals, 1992 and 2015. Noted for its role in the development of international cricket, the MCG hosted both the first Test match and the first one-day international, played between Australia and England in 1877 and 1971, respectively. It has also maintained strong ties with Australian rules football since its codification in 1859, and has become the principal venue for Australian Football League, AFL, matches, including the AFL Grand Final, the world's highest-attended league championship event. Home to the Australian Sports Museum, the MCG has hosted other major sporting events, including international rules football matches between Australia and Ireland, international rugby union matches, State of Origin, Rugby League, Games, and FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Concerts and other cultural events are also held at the venue, with the record attendance standing at 143,750 for a Billy Graham evangelistic crusade in 1959. Grandstand redevelopments and occupational health and safety legislation have limited the maximum seating capacity to approximately 95,000, with an additional 5,000 standing room capacity, bringing the total capacity to 100,024. The MCG is listed on the Victorian Heritage Register and was included on the Australian National Heritage List in 2005. In 2003, journalist Greg Baum called it a shrine, a citadel, a landmark, a totem that symbolises Melbourne to the world. Number 1. Lord's Cricket Ground. Commonly known as Lord's, is a cricket venue in St John's Wood, London. Named after its founder, Thomas Lord, it is owned by Marylebone Cricket Club, MCC, and is the home of Middlesex County Cricket Club, the England and Wales Cricket Board, ECB, the ICC Europe and, until August 2005, the International Cricket Council, ICC. Lord's is widely referred to as the home of cricket and is home to the world's oldest sporting museum. Lord's today is not on its original site. It is the third of 3 grounds that Lord established between 1787 and 1814. His first ground, now referred to as Lord's Old Ground, was where Dorset Square now stands. His second ground, Lord's Middle Ground, was used from 1811 to 1813 before being abandoned to make way for the construction through its outfield of the Regent's Canal. The present Lord's Ground is about 250 yards (230 meters) northwest of the site of the Middle Ground. The ground can hold 31,100 spectators, the capacity having increased between 2017 and 2022 as part of MCC's ongoing redevelopment plans. Lord's hosted the London pre-1968 Olympics field hockey tournament in 1967. One match saw India play Pakistan, which was broadcast live on the BBC, which at the time was unprecedented in field hockey. Pakistan won the match 1-0, while Pakistan also went on to defeat Belgium later in the tournament. The ground hosted further international hockey matches in the 1970s. The university match between Oxford and Cambridge hockey clubs took place at Lord's for 21 years beginning in 1969. England beat world champions India for the time ever in this venue, in 1978. Other sports to have been played at Lord's include lawn bowls and billiards. In 1838 a bowling green was constructed at the western end of the ground, in addition to a billiards room with 2 billiard tables, which was added to the original tavern, with professional billiards players playing matches at Lord's on a Monday during the cricket season. In the late 1840s and early 1850s, Lord's held Galloway pony races after the cricket season was over, with races starting at the tavern and finishing 20 yards south of the pavilion.